Right now, if you want to use one of these parking meters in the city of Syracuse, you're paying around $1.25 an hour. But come September, you could be paying $2 an hour. The Syracuse Police Department is responding to an officer-involved shooting. We're expecting an update at any moment now from Deputy Chief Joe Cecil and Sergeant Matthew Malinowski with the Syracuse Police Department. Just waiting on them right now to get over here and tell us exactly what they know. There's some water that you can see that's kind of built up on the side of the road here, so I can imagine that's what you might be seeing to the yellow line. People have been stopping by this afternoon, leaving teddy bears, candles, and balloons on the front step of the home. There's an SUV right here, and police are unable to tell us if that car is the one that hit the boy in this case.
Has an impact on everyone.
It does. You know, many people waking up on Sunday just exhausted. And Oswego County emergency crews have been here for hours searching through the home behind me here that's left mostly in ashes. Handing this over to Sergeant Sieber here.
Let's go, Julia.
All right, Dan, cheer me on. I'm getting ready to do this.
Awesome. Congratulations.
You'll see one of these old polling books, and it's the last time you're going to be using those. Explain why this might be happening to other tree farms around the country. You might be thinking I'm sitting on a living room couch right now, but I'm not. I'm sitting in an RV. It's a Montana fifth wheel. We've got this tree behind us here. A lot of the streets and the side streets look just like this. We'll have live coverage throughout the night, but for now, we're going to toss it over to our Tim Fox. He's at one of the biggest events every election day. Nicole, it's hard for anyone to process the deaths of 4 people, but police say 3 of those found in the car were children. 2 of them old enough to go to school, and 1 of them even younger than that. Now, I spoke with a neighbor earlier who tells me he used to see the kids at the bus stop, and even thinking about what happened in that driveway hurts.
It make me sad. Hurt that there was children involved in something that they shouldn't have been involved of.
4 people now dead after what police are calling an apparent murder-suicide involving an adult woman and 3 young kids. Jimmy Folk lives a block away from the house where police found the bodies in a rental car sitting in this driveway on Berwyn Ave. He saw the zip car this morning, but didn't think anything of it. He and his friends now shocked to hear what happened.
I really was devastated, and I just thought, oh my God, right in the back of me that I was coming from church this afternoon when I heard about it.
Neighbors say this is a friendly community, otherwise pretty quiet. Folks says he's seen the kids at the bus stop, and though they weren't close, it hurts to think about what happened.
They was in the wrong situation at the wrong time.
First responders shaken up too.
The most disturbing of which is that there are kids involved, which I think that shocks the conscience of any decent human being. And I don't care how long you've been doing this job, that's bothersome.
Whatever happened, they in God's hand, and that's all I got to say.
Now, police are still on watch at the scene here, and we did see someone trying to drop a teddy bear off earlier, but they were told to come back tomorrow. Now, police are not releasing the names of the victims at this time, but they are continuing to investigate to figure out exactly why and how this happened. Live in Syracuse, Julia Leblanc, News Channel 9.
Oh my God!
No matter where you see these two,
Come here.
Jeffrey and his friend Rhea are 2 peas in a pod.
He could be play tackle.
But Jeffrey can't always keep up. He has cerebral palsy and sometimes needs to slow down.
When he gets cold, his muscles get tighter than normal, so it just is harder for him to walk, harder for him to keep up.
That's what happened last week at Thunder Island in Fulton. A moment of vulnerability for Jeffrey. Rhea and their other friend Kane didn't hesitate, running over to help. Jeffrey's mom catching the whole thing on camera.
Because his legs, he couldn't really walk, and they had to hold his hand up the stairs.
Tell me what you felt when your friends ran over to you.
Happy.
Happy, why?
Because I needed help.
The 2 did this all day on the water slides near the pool, you name it, they were there. A comforting sight for Jeffrey's mom.
Whether your kid has a disability or not, you always worry about them. With Jeffrey, I worry a little more. I always have. And that was just affirmation for me that, you know, somebody will always help him.
A reminder for the rest of us, too.
I think there's just been so much going on in the world right now. I think people needed to see it. I think they saw 3 tiny hearts do an amazing thing, and kids are good. You know, those kids are gonna grow up to be good adults, and they will always help him. Somebody will always have his back. We have a great community, a great support team, so I'm a little less worried today.
Because in a time of need, his mother knows they'll always be there to step up. Julia LeBlanc, News Channel 9.
Okay, here's this guy still moving along here.
Take a close look at this construction site along State Route 695. Do you see the state trooper just behind that truck?
These guys are out here every day. I'm only out here like this, you know, sporadically, where they're out here continuously, and it's, you know, they want to get home at the end of each day also.
It's all part of Operation Hard Hat, hoping to save the lives of those working to make our commute smoother.
Got an 80 on a Infinity SUV.
Troopers are setting up in active work zones along state highways dressed as construction workers, using their lasers to track the speed of those driving through the work zones. But they're also looking for those violating other traffic laws like distracted driving.
If I see someone's going by me and they're on their cell phone, I'll call that out, you know, or if I can see that they're not wearing their seatbelt, I'll call that out also.
While Sergeant Navin is keeping watch here, other troopers are about a mile back, ready to pull people over once they get the signal. Though drivers can't see Navin, he sees them not paying attention every time he's out here.
We get calls throughout the troop on people who are disobeying the flagman, you know, who in a hurry to get someplace and they go right past when he's holding up the stop paddle.
All actions that have killed more than 55 New York State DOT workers to date, which is why the DOT and state police are stepping in.
So our suggestion to everybody is get off the phone, slow down in work zones, and be mindful of those folks that are working in work zones.
And we don't want them getting hurt. Like I said, they're the ones out here putting their lives on the line, just protected by a handful of cones and barrels.
And as long as this operation continues, you just may find a trooper behind those cones too. Julia LeBlanc, News Channel 9.